Oh, my bracelet! My bracelet is broken! I was going to pass this down to my granddaughter-in-law!
You old hag! If you want to die, do it far away! Oh, Alice. What now? Did you two decided to collude to extort me?
Lana, it's you again. I haven't even settled accounts with you.
You're nothing but a lowlife. You're not worthy of speaking to me. What? Your idea of settling accounts is to find an old hag to extort me? Bad woman, don't bully my mommy! As expected, like mother, like son. No manners at all.
I advise you to speak with some respect. Besides, now isn't the time for this. Take this old lady to the hospital immediately.
Take her to the hospital? You two are obviously putting on a show to extort me. You think I'll fall for it? You want money, right? Here, take this money and consider it my handout to you beggars.
You vicious woman! Don't you leave! Compensate me for my bracelet!
You old hag, what are you doing? Are you trying to extort money from me? I can make it disappear from Fulford instantly!
That's enough!
You... How dare you hit me!
You deserved it! Bullying even an old lady? You're worse than an animal.
Alice, you and this old hag teamed up to extort me and you even hit me? How dare you! Do you know who my fiancé is? Even if I run you both over today, you can only blame your bad luck.
I'd like to see who your fiancé is that makes you so arrogant!
Do you think an old hag like you is worthy of knowing his name? You will always be a lowly person, never able to touch even a hair of the upper class. Some people should just stay in their place and not go for things beyond their reach.
Lana, even now, you still want to throw shade and slander me. It's just a fiancé anyway. Do you think all men in the world are dead? I wish you a lifetime of happiness. After all, a bitch goes perfectly well with a dog. After all, a bitch goes perfectly well with a dog.
You're wretch? What did you say?
Stop calling people wretches. Show some decency. You're already a mother. Have a bit of class, will you?
I have a spa appointment today. I don't have time for you.
You can leave! Trying to leave after hitting me? You're not gonna compensate me after breaking my stuff? Didn't you say your fiancé is very powerful? My bracelet is worth $1 billion! Tell him to prepare the money!
$1 billion? You crazy old woman, have you gone mad for money? You want $1 billion for a street stall item? I'll burn $1 billion in just paper for you. Do you want it? Let me tell you both. Crushing you two is as easy as crushing 2 ants. I'd rather spend that $1 billion to hire the best lawyer in Fulford and sue you both until you rot in jail than giving you a single cent. Madam, wait.
Madam, are you alright? I'll take you to the hospital.
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for someone here.
Let's go to the hospital first. We can find the person later.
It's fine. Fortunately, there are CCTVs here. That little rat won't be able to escape.
Madam, her bad attitude has a lot to do with me. Don't provoke her anymore. After all, her fiancé might really be someone very powerful. I will find a way to make her pay.
What are you afraid of? My grandson is very powerful. When the time comes, he will capture that vicious woman and her fiancé and send them overseas to become hard laborers.
Madam, have you contacted your family?
Yes, I have. My grandson will be here soon.
That's good. My son and I have some things to do, so we can no longer accompany you.
It's fine. You go ahead. I originally wanted to invite you for a meal, but let's do it another time.
Okay, sure.
Oh yeah. Next week my family is hosting a banquet for me. Bring your child and join us. It's not a formal banquet. It's just a simple welcome party. Not all guests are family. There will be friends too, even though I'm old. I have a young heart. Would you like to be my friend despite the age difference?
Of course I would.
That's great. Let's stay in touch over the phone.
Alright, we'll take our leave first.
Okay.
Take care, Grandma.
What a sweet talker. However, you can call me Grandma. Call me Great-Grandma instead. You're the same age as my great-granddaughter.
Great Grandma, Mommy and I will visit you another day.
Good.
We'll be going now.
All right.
Let's go. Are you looking for...
Nurse, Where did the patient go?
The patient in this bed, Mrs. Gray, has high blood sugar, so she was transferred.
Transferred?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Log into the game now and check if your online friend is still there. You've been so late, he might think he stood him up.
Mommy, he hasn't replied to me. Is he mad at me?
It's okay. Let's go to the meeting place and see if he's there. If he's not there, you can explain to him the next time you're online. He's your good friend. He won't really be mad at you.
Oh dear, where are my reading glasses? Gosh.
Grandma, at a time like this, you still want to play your phone? What about your health?
Give me my phone back. You're trying to control me now?
I'll hold on to your phone for you. Right now, you need to focus on getting better.
Oh dear, I'm in a hurry to meet my online friend.
If you put it that way, I can let you use the phone. But meeting your online friend is absolutely forbidden. Do you even know who that person is? You can just meet people casually without any sense of precaution.
The older you get, the less fun you become. Oh, by the way, I made 2 friends today. 1 adult and 1 kid. I'll introduce them to you later.
No thanks.
If they hadn't brought me to the hospital in time, that driver would have bullied me even more.
What? That's too much.
That vicious woman said her fiancé is very powerful. Killing someone is nothing to him. Oh, Liam. People like her are a cancer. In Falford City, help me find that vicious woman and her fiancé and make sure to crush them.
Don't worry, Grandma. I'll take care of it for you. Right now, just focus on getting better.
Mia, being so vain isn't good. Do you want to grow up to be a seductress? Besides, such pretty clothes are wasted on a face like yours.
Am I really that ugly? What if Mommy doesn't like me?
Alice, your daughter is just as detestable as you. Come on, Mia. Let me feed you porridge. Eat it up. Eat it. Eat it up. Eat it.
No!
Such an ungrateful little brat. Do you think if it weren't for Liam, I'll be willing to take care of you? I'd have strangled you a long time ago.
I'm going to tell Daddy! I'm going to tell Daddy!
So young and you already know how to tattle. Go ahead, tell your daddy. He'll just think your condition is getting worse. Then he'll have a cute baby with me and won't want you anymore.
If you bully me again, I'll tell Great-Grandma. She loves me the most.
What? Liam's grandma is back? He's always refused to let me meet anyone from the Grays. This time, I must make a good impression on his grandma. I'll deal with you next time. Hello, Mom. Liam's grandma is back. Join me this weekend to pick out a gift for her. I need to make a good impression on her. How's things with Mia? Just mentioning that little brat makes me angry. Relying on her to marry into the Grays is useless. As long as I win over Liam's grandma, he'll definitely marry me.
You should be more cautious. Liam cares a lot about that little girl.
She's just a little brat. Once I give birth to Liam's son, she'll be at my mercy. Just like her mother. She's also a
Mommy, I'll always be good. When it's my birthday, Daddy will take me to see you both.
Speak.
Mr. Gray, the CCTVs near Madam Accident had some issues. We're checking the dash cams of the cars parked by the roadside.
Once we find evidence, I will sue that woman to death. I'd like to see how her fiancé plans to protect her. I've never seen anyone so arrogant in Falford.
Who dares to be arrogant in front of you? That's asking for death.
Stop the nonsense. Get to work now.
Mr. Gray, I need to go on a business trip. Please take care of these tasks and give to Miss Turner once completed. With your abilities, there should be no problem.
Understood. I'll do so.
Miss Turner was indeed right about you. She said you'd be capable.
So I'm really just a workhorse, huh? Getting all your work handed to me.
Come in.
You're really dressed like that for work?
I have a banquet to attend this weekend.
I had this custom made, but I'm too busy to go to the store to try it, so I had to try it to see if it fits. What are you doing? This is the office.
The office, huh? Don't you find it exciting to do this in the office?
Stop fooling around.
Do you want to try something different? Your zipper is undone, so I wanted to help you. Alice, why did you close your eyes?
I got sand in my eyes. Is that not okay?
Of course it is.
Are you free this weekend? My driver is on leave. Can you be my temporary driver? I'll count it as overtime pay.
You really do see me as a workhorse. You're even making me your driver. I'm not free this weekend. I'm very busy.
Busy with what?
You know I can't offend the rich lady. After all, she's my top client. And business is good.
Can't you do a proper job?
Isn't being your workhorse a proper job?
Can't you only do proper jobs?
No. The rich lady just came back from abroad. I can't afford to offend her. Otherwise, I'll be the disgrace of my entire family.
Your whole family does this kind of work?
Our entire family depends on the rich lady.
Luckily, I didn't let Lucas reconcile with him. Otherwise, if he followed in his dad's footsteps, that'd be terrible. I'd rather be... Lucas, I forgot to bring my bag today. Can I put this invitation in your bag for now?
Sure, Mommy.
Hello, ma'am. We have a children's play area upstairs. Would you like to take your child there? Do you want to go play with other kids?
Yes, Mommy.
Please take him over there then. You're welcome, ma'am. Come on, little one. Come slowly.
This is the small banquet that Madam mentioned?
Almost half of Falford's elites are here.
Mom, why is that you? Today is Mrs. Gray's welcome back party. Didn't you say she secretly seduced Liam behind your back? It's all because of that Mia. If it weren't for her, Liam wouldn't be in contact with Alice at all. They're blood related after all. Even with a fake DNA test, that still stays close to Alice. It's their nature. You can't stop it. But Mom, I really don't want to see that. Hey, stay calm. I'll handle it. Alice, long time no see. Why don't you ever come home to visit us? Even though back then, you used to sleep around and had a child out of wedlock, bringing shame to the Turners. There's no grudge among family members that'll last overnight. You should go see your father. What are you looking at? Is my mom wrong? Back then, you slept around and had a bastard child. Now you come to this high-class gathering. What? Found a new sugar daddy? How did someone like you get invited to Mrs. Gray's banquet?
If this tries to seduce my husband, I'll definitely teach her a lesson.
Such a looking so shameless. My mom is really amazing. She immediately put this in her place.
Gianna, Lana, you both know better than I do what really happened back then. My child has a name. Who allowed you to call him a bastard?
Well, that is the truth, isn't it? You think you can stop people from talking?
So what if my child's father is unknown? Back then, when my mother was ill, your mom took advantage and brought her illegitimate child into the family. It's only been a few years, and you've forgotten about it?
Alice, I'm your stepmother. What do you think your father will do if he hears
Do
this?
you think I'm afraid? Since you love to talk so much, let's all stop pretending. Let's spill everything.
This family is really a mess.
I'm truly amazed. Nowadays, mistresses don't even keep a low profile anymore, even accusing others of seducing men. When they seduce married men, they don't self-reflect, do they?
It's cause they've succeeded in climbing up the social ladder, so they think they're the legitimate wives now.
I think all of them are just the same. It's a family upbringing issue. How dare such people show up at this banquet? Mrs. Gray has always valued good manners.
Alice, back then, your mother was seriously ill, so she entrusted you and your father to my care.
That's why I joined your family.
How ridiculous. My mother was only ill for a year, yet the child you had with my dad was already several years old. Or could it be that Lana is actually the child you had with another man, and you just wanted my dad to raise her?
What nonsense are you spouting? Are you asking for death?
Hey, this is Mrs. Grace welcome back party. Don't lose your composure. Alice, no matter what, I'm your stepmother. Let's not talk about past family matters anymore. Your father wouldn't be happy if he hears this. After all, family issues should not be made public. Don't you agree?
Aren't I just accompanying you? You're my stepmother. You'd like a chit-chat, so as your stepdaughter, I merely keep you company.
What's past is past. Your father and I are now a legitimate couple. However, it's an undeniable fact that you seduced your sister's fiancé.
Exactly. You confidently claimed earlier that you didn't know who my fiancé was. Yet here you are at the banquet now. Alice, I've never seen a more pretentious than you. Seducing even your own brother-in-law.
What nonsense are you spouting? I was invited here by Mrs. Gray herself. I don't even know your fiancé. Speaking of which, I do have a question. How did you get into Mrs. Gray's banquet?
I'm her granddaughter-in-law. As for you, you shouldn't be at this banquet. Mrs. Gray just returned from abroad. How could she possibly know someone like you? At least make your story believable. Security! Security! Escort this woman out.
Who are you to throw me out? I have an invitation. Is this how you treat your guests?
Then please, why don't you show us your invitation now?
Oh no, the invitation is in Lucas's bag. The invitation is in my son's bag. Right now,
Oh, Alice, what kind of lousy excuse is that?
Sorry, ma'am. Please leave.
Hold on. What are you doing, Mom? We finally managed to get this. What are you doing?
Alice, if you want to attend the banquet, you could have just told Lana. Creating a scene like this is really embarrassing. Having someone whose identity is unclear is quite dangerous. Who knows what you might be planning? Don't you agree?
what are you saying?
Well, everyone at this banquet is someone of status. Suddenly having someone with sticky fingers show up is a big issue. How about this? Let the security search you to see if you're hiding anything under your dress.
That's right. Search her thoroughly. Who knows if you came in here to steal something? Everything here is something you'll never be able to afford, even in a lifetime.
How dare you? I have an invitation. You can't do this.
You're still lying at this point. I want you to strip her and search her thoroughly.
Stop! I'd like to see who dares!